Welcome to Nerds at the Round Table, where we talk about Marvel, and more Marvel. I am Snails, and today I am here with King Tut.
Yo, 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 it's King Tut. We back in this motherfucker.
We is, and we's back with another one of these Moon Knights. We talking about Moon Knight, episode 4.
Ooh. Shit getting crazy.
So, we gonna hit on, the details we found in Moon Knight. You seen in the beginning when Khonshu was in the Ushabti statue from the previous episode, and we see a whole bunch of previous gods have been now encased in stone as well. I would like to say, for those who are confused about how the Ennead work, the Ennead are the gods in charge, but there were always other gods underneath them, and these are them gods that are now encased in stone and now Ushabti.
Indeed.
Layla was fending some people off when Mark was unconscious. And I just want to talk about this scene real quick because this scene seemed a little ridiculous. Didn't it seem like she should have gotten shot so many fucking times in this scene, bro? Like, what?
Lots of times.
How bad is your aim, bro? She's one person.
Yeah, I feel like we got some Stormtrooper-esque type players in play. So, she dodged quite a few bullets.
She dodged some bullets. And then, I don't know, I thought it was also a little ridiculous that, how she blew it up. I don't know, bro. It was just all real. It was weird. It was a weird scene. I mean, I guess it was supposed to show us, Layla's quick thinking and planning skills, but they could have done something else.
They could have done something else.
I thought it was pretty interesting though. We see a little later on in the episode Mark punch Steven when Steven still got control. I thought it was cool because it shows that both can be in control at the same time in a way.
I feel like that's kind of why his kiss was so awkward too. Kind of struggled to even get in. Mark's sitting there, he's like, "Get the fuck off my woman!"
And then they travel, whatever. They go into the tomb, and then we see in this one area in the tomb, this hand that's got snake skin on it, and snake skin's by the hand. Bro, what the fuck? What is that? What is that? It could represent resurrection because of the skin of the lizards can regenerate and stuff, you know?
Yeah, they shed their skin right before it was possible.
Yeah. But I don't know, it also got me to thinking is there another person that's an avatar out there that's got snake skin as skin or something, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I believe we're gonna see another Amet avatar. But a female version of one.
That'd be cool. And then this fucking zombie mummy thing. Why? Okay. I guess it was most likely one of the guards of Alexander the Great that got reborn because there must have been some sort of protection spell or something on the tomb for when the guys that Arthur Harrow had came in. This zombie thing woke up and started killing them. But
what I found kind of weird was when they first got into the place, they look up and you can kind of see one with its just kind of sleeping there, and it makes me wonder if it's kind of they are the sacrificial pawns of the Ennead gods. That thing that we see is something that is so devoted to sacrificing for the gods. It's just been doing it for thousands and thousands.
Are you saying that thing got sacrificed to then do this thing forever?
Yeah.
I could see that too as well. Yeah, definitely.
And it also kind of correlates with how the person. I mean, I don't know entirely, I guess, because everybody's coming out into this white room, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Yeah, I just thought it was stupid. I feel like they could have used something else. I guess if they're going for it was someone who's that devoted to Amit, that would make sense. But it's in the moment you're just like, this is weird.
Well, not necessarily Amit, because I don't think Amit's controlling everything.
Yeah. Or the gods, or whoever put that guy in charge.
Like, it could be somebody who created this creature to find, I don't know, the barrier between this life and actual reality. And he's just going through all these different people. I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on to when Mark met Layla. She found out from Arthur Harrow that there was mercenaries that killed her father, and Arthur Harrow didn't have to say anything for it to be kind of implied that Mark was there when her father was killed, and Raoul Bushman is possibly his partner, but he also didn't do anything to stop her father from being killed. Now,
so we think, because didn't he say that he tried to stop it from happening, but he in so few words he kind of said he died. Yeah, because he said he tried to do something, I think, but he just said he didn't. I don't even remember what he said, but he didn't say that he died to her and then came back as Moon Knight. But also, bro, don't you think, okay, when we get to the Alexander the Great part, I thought it was really interesting that Alexander the Great's sarcophagus face looked blue to me, and it just got me thinking Kang again. You know, I don't know. What do you think? Or do you think there's nothing there? Am I looking too hard?
I mean, it depends, because there's a lot of different pictures of his sarcophagus. His actual sarcophagus is like massive. Not anywhere. It doesn't look anywhere near like what we see. So it's a little weird. So I think it's because when Steven ran up to it, he was like, it's Mesopotamian, right?
I don't know what he said. He wouldn't. What he is? Nah.
Macedonian. Sorry, not Mesopotamian.
Yeah.
Macedonian. He seemed kind of thrown by it, because he's right. Alexander the Great thought himself as Egyptian, but nobody else did. So for him to be buried in Egypt with all this stuff is still really fucking weird.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's something there. Kang, I don't know, because I mean, it would make sense for Ramatut to use Alexander the Great's sarcophagus. Like, that'd be a cool correlation. But I don't know. I can't think of anybody else that it would be. So it's possible.
Well, we also find out that it was about 2,000 years ago that Alexander the Great betrayed Amit, and that's how long she's been encased in the Shakti stone statue.
Yep.
Crazy. So, like, what is this white space? So, like, as we know, Mark gets shot, falls back into the water, goes, and I don't know about you, but I was getting Get Out vibes, bro. Because that that man fell into the back of his mind, and then, like, you know, that tunnel vision in that Get Out scene that you see is basically what was happening, and then he ended up in this white place. It's like all white, insane asylum kind of thing. And this is taken straight out of Jeff Lemire's run, Jeff Lemire's Moon Knight run. And it's kind of like the opposite of what happened in the run, because we're learning later on that he's in this insane asylum, whereas in Jeff Lemire's run, it started out with him in the insane asylum. But basically, this was to cure Mark in Marvel Comics of DID, dissociative identity disorder. And this place is most likely the Mindscape, but could also be a purgatory of some kind. In the comics, you see Mark go into the Mindscape whenever he wants to communicate with his other personalities, and the asylum that Mark was in was made by Khonshu in the Overvoid, which is mentioned in episode 3 during that council scene. This is also hinting possibly of Khonshu hollowing out Moon Knight. Khonshu found an interest in him and started manipulating and breaking his mind from a young age, which is why he ends up with DID now. Not so much in the MCU. We don't even know yet, but in comics. And then basically what that's supposed to do is break Mark's psyche down to his very, very last little bit, and then hollow out his mind in order for Khonshu to then enter his physical body and walk physically in the world, because they're all in a pocket dimension, which is the Overvoid, and they can't travel here physically without a vessel.
Huh.
But the reason why I'm saying that it could possibly also be Purgatory is because later we're gonna see a boat, which has been seen in many TV spots. Because I found it like interesting that when the hallway shifted, the lamps moved all to the same side. Reminds me of like being on a boat. Is this Anubis's ship that he's on? And before he gets to where he's going, which is probably being judged, he's got to go through like Taweret and like figure out himself. Like maybe this is a place where he's got to have a powwow with himself or something like that. Is also what I would think. But what do you think is going on in this white space before we get to this next part real quick?
I think it's turning into kind of like what you said, like it's kind of a purgatory and trying to unravel who is who.
Yeah.
We possibly see a glimpse at the third personality, but who the fuck knows?
It definitely does seem like a way station. As we're like going through this white space, we see all the characters we've seen before: Layla, Bobby, Billy, Crowley, Donna, and Beck. Some lady drew Khonshu as we're panning around the room. We also see Gus the Goldfish, and Layla's babbling on about some movie. And Mark is holding a Marvel Legends Moon Knight toy, which I thought was pretty funny. They just happen to have a toy, that advertising, man. Get your Moon Knight toys. Arthur Harrow seems kind of like the same character in a way, kind of still manipulative and dark in a way. And I don't know, you got any theories on what you think is really happening here?
I think we're gonna get kind of a break for it from the next episode. Like it's gonna be half the episode. I think the episode's gonna start off as a flashback showing what happened to not only Layla's dad, but probably Mark's dad also.
Yeah, because his parents are supposed to be in these later episodes. These last.
His dad is currently casted right now, so hoping to see a little bit of that. And then once we get back into this white room, I'm hoping that Taweret is kind of coddling the personalities, but I also want to see her fight somebody. Like,
that would be yeah, not gonna lie.
Like she is one of the most fierce people ever, because she protects her.
She's the goddess of motherhood, dog.
Yes, you touch her, you look at her child, you die.
Damn.
So yeah, the second I saw her, I knew exactly who it was, and I was pretty stoked. Super random, but I was like, all right, cool. I kind of see where this might go.
And just to point out, Taweret is not in the comics, but there's nothing really to go off of as far as theories go because of that fact. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would be funny to see her as the therapist to all of them. Get them all to get on the same page, which would be hilarious. One of my hugest questions, though, and you brought it up last time, was, does Mark still have his powers? Because if you think about it, like, how does Arthur have powers if Amit's a statue, bro?
Exactly.
So I'm thinking Amit still, or I mean Khonshu might still be possibly manipulating this a little bit.
I think Arthur draws his power from the cane.
Okay.
And I think that neither Mark or Steven have figured out that they need a certain thing to hold on to protect the country. Don't know what it is. Could be the scarab. Could be a crescent weapon. It could be the little action figure Moon Knight that we see in his hand.
We touched on it a little bit ago, but we see Jake Lockley in a sarcophagus. losing his shit.
Losing it.
It seems like he's gonna be extremely violent,
Oh.
and he's gonna be like the take no prisoners Moon Knight. Like, this man has been amped up to be that way. But the real question is, why did they ignore him? I mean, I assume it's just because they were like, what the fuck? but could there be a deeper reason? Do they kind of know about that third personality and don't want anything to do with him? Obviously they do, but
I think like if Steven was taking point, or if they were listening, if he would listen to Steven more, I think they would have opened it up. But I think Mark just detected instant threat, not worried about that. It's locked up.
let's
I'm
get
gonna
the hell
go
out of
forward.
here.
Yeah, let's focus on getting
I
the fuck
know
out of
you.
here.
Let's leave.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Which I
get
fully
out of here
understand because he's a mercenary.
So then, if you all haven't noticed, at the end of each episode in the credits, the moon is getting more and more full. It's promo videos. We see Moon Knight and Arthur Harrow fighting in front of the moon using their full-on powers. But I don't think we've mentioned in our past videos, besides my powers and ability video, which I will link at the end of this, I don't think we ever mentioned that Moon Knight's power is solely based on the status of the moon. So when it's more full, he's at his peak power, and when it's less full, he's less powerful. So it's gonna be interesting to see what changes when it's the full moon, though. So I don't know. I hope Marvel's thinking of something.
Maybe
interesting to do.
that's where he's gonna get his powers from, is a full moon.
Maybe he doesn't even need Khonshu.
Exactly.
And then when the full moon hits, he's still got Khonshu's. He's still technically the Avatar. So, man, that's crazy. What'd you think about this episode as a whole, man?
I give it like a 6.5.
Yeah, bro, that's where I'm sitting. Just because, episode 4 is supposed to be lit, but bro, we could have had this, first of all, so much sooner, I feel like.
Yeah. So I would have been okay if this is the first episode.
It's like, we are now, you know what I'm saying, at the end, bro. So, to bring in another twist on top of all the questions we already have, is just like, when are we gonna have the answers? It's more frustrating than it is, entertaining sometimes to have that happen. But, I mean, I enjoyed the twist at the end, but I wish it was the whole episode. Half the episode or less could have been that setup to get to the freaking tomb, man. We could have, the whole Layla thing could have been cut out. We could have just traveled straight to the tomb.
And we could have had a little bit more from Towerette instead of just, hey!
Yeah. I mean, I get they love to do those, cliffhangers, but it's at some point, it's just you gotta do something different. You gotta expand and... I mean, they're fun, but, can we have a character introduced at the beginning of an episode rather than at the end? And be along with that character for a bit, or in the middle? I don't know. Cameos, man. But, that's my gripe with it. But yeah, about a 6 for me. What was your favorite part of this episode?
I would have to say Alexander the Great's sarcophagus. And that whole room, is fucking sick. That's where I want to get buried. For sure.
Yeah, that part was dope.
What you?
I'm gonna say I really liked when we first got to the Mindscape White Room part. Because I like the what the fuck, even though it's late, but I really liked everything that we were seeing. All the people, all the fucking, the reveals pretty much that aren't really reveals because we know it's all fake. But all the reveals and shit, it was cool. It was just cool. And I like that it's all white, it's because it's Moon Knight. It's gotta be white. I like the white everything. All white everything.
All white.
Alright, what was your biggest beef? You always gotta do that.
I would say between seeing Powerette for 2 seconds and not seeing more of the cycle. Like it was this line and then this line down this hallway, and then I could sit in front of Mark. Like, there's an entire room over there, and you guys are showing me pictures on the fucking table and on the fucking the whiteboard. And nah. Wheel him around.
Oh man, I think mine was the fucking zombie. I was like, this is so. It was more upsetting because they waited so long to show you the face, when it was just some random, like nobody, like why did you just show the face? It's creepy, whatever. Let's go, so that we know that it's not something special. Because the whole time I was like, what is that thing? You know what I mean? And then it was just some guy's face that was just messed up. It's like,
and
what
he just got
the hell?
stabbed with the fucking flare.
Yeah. But death was weird too. Layla got the hands, but
Layla got hands.
Episode, she was killing people weird, man.
I ain't gonna lie, she got hands a little bit more than Black Widow, you know what I'm saying?
Has your favorite character changed?
No.
Is it still
Still
Mr.
Steve.
Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Probably.
changed for me either. I want to see more Mark though. I mean, I don't know. I want to see more Mark sometimes, because Mark's the real person. But I feel like we see Steve. I mean, I guess in the last episode we got Mark, right?
He'd just be so
Episode 3.
intense with every situation.
True, like he takes himself way too serious because he's a merc, but
And then he needs Steven's help to figure out all this shit.
yeah.
It's like, Steven, help me out here. It's like, nah, fuck you. Give me my body back.
Yeah.
That should be killing me.
What do you rate it on a scale from uno to 10?
6.5.
I guess we already said that, huh? 6.
I think we said that.
Yeah. But anyways, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let us know what you thought of Towerette showing up at the end.
And don't forget to hit that bell. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
Peace out!